Lynne.
I always have to follow these people who have animations and cartoons. I manage tech PowerPoints. I would like to welcome all of you to what I hope will be our last in-service in this gym. I have watched you guys for years, and you have been stalwart. You're up there struggling to look attentive while you're squirming on the most uncomfortable, unbelievably uncomfortable risers. So thank you for that effort. As always, in my spring, we'll see if this works. Yes. In my spring in-service, I have the bittersweet honor of reminding you we are going to be losing some of our colleagues. We have a list. I hope it is complete. But take a moment and look at these numbers. These are some of our longest-serving colleagues. Bob Gray alone has taught enough for 2 full-time careers. So, as usual, the IA is going to celebrate our departing colleagues, and we will be having a spring party. Yes. This is our tentative date. However, it is the Friday of the second week, not the last week of classes, but the week right before that. And this seems to work for us. It has become our tradition for the last few years. So I hope this is a firm date. Please pay attention to this date. We have a tradition of wonderful parties. If you have not yet attended, they're lively. We have music. We have good food. We have conversation and a minimum of speeches. We have very few opportunities to gather outside of our work environment and our work concerns, and this is one of them. So we will keep you posted, but please plan on attending this. Okay, speaking of gatherings, the Instructors Association in the last few semesters has been trying to create opportunities for our faculty to become better informed on the political issues that affect them in the classroom. A year ago, we did a forum for our adjunct faculty on issues that were of concern to them. Last semester, many using and moving target, but FAC is going to try and help us on this. They're very appreciative of our support, and they want to return the favor. So we're working with Jonathan Lightman to arrange related and affected by this. Because we're running behind, I'm going to somehow to avoid the very lively email we are implementing a new procedure for our overload pay. You will be paid, as always, your overload pay will begin a month late. There are bookkeeping constraints under our current system. However, with implementation of Banner, extending it to payroll in this last year, there are some new constraints that make it difficult for us to pay your overload in the old historic fashion. So to make a long story short, we are going to be paying 3 equal payments. Yes, they'll start late, but we're accelerating the rate at which you're paid. There are legal requirements here. Faculty have voiced their concerns, and we want to address this issue. You are entitled to get your money in a timely fashion. But please note, this means that you will not receive an installment in installments of overload, and then you will not, then you'll be paid up. You'll be paid up a month early, but then in your last pay of the 5, you will not have an installment for overload. You will have already received it. So this is our fairest option as of this moment, but it is a change, so plan accordingly. The ideal situation would be to have 5 equal payments, and the district is trying to work on that and hopes to implement it in the next few years. But for now, this is the fairest resolution. Okay, on to my last topic here. And I hope that this is going to be actually the last time I need to address you on this. We're coming to the end of a very long and in these times of scarcity, as Dean said, and this not our attention for the next few years, we're going to be cutting hundreds of classes. And of course, it's our adjunct colleagues who are going to bear the brunt of these reductions. There is no way to avoid this. However, it makes it really critical that we have in place a fair procedure to guide departments as they deal with the necessity of dividing up this shrinking pie among their loyal, long-term, old and new adjuncts. So to this end, the IA has been working for the last several years, and I'm sure you're aware of this, on a policy for course assignments for our adjunct faculty. How are we going to guide how courses are distributed? We've had some missteps, we've made some mistakes, we've backtracked. We wrote our first policy, Article 12, in times of growth. It proved completely unworkable in the times we now find ourselves in. So we have gone back to the drawing board, and in our last contract, the district and the IA revised that policy, simplified it, but we also agreed that we would have reopeners on reassignment rights for adjuncts. This has given the IA a chance to work more thoroughly, gathering input from interested parties. In the last year, we have worked with the department chairs and with the adjuncts, trying to get additional input on how they view a fair reassignment rights procedure. So now we have narrowed it down to 3 options. I mailed you may have procedures we're considering, but we've narrowed it from 4 to 3. And we need your input. Want to know what you think about them. But time is of the essence. We're going to be doing the fall schedules and we need to move ahead. Choices. So we're having a forum today to help you make an informed choice. We are going to, and this is going to be a very efficient forum, we're going to have brief summaries of the 3. We're going to highlight the differences between them. This part should take somewhere in the neighborhood of half an hour. Then we're going to elicit clarifying questions and targeted discussion. This to move efficiently, be constructive in tone, and we might even end early. I do want to clarify one thing. This forum is in preparation for an online survey we are going to do. Hopefully by the end of this month, we will have this in place, and we are going to be asking all of the IA membership to give us your feedback. Out of the choices your colleagues have presented, what do you think is fair? What do you think is workable? This is the only way we can move forward on this without leaving a bitter aftertaste. We need to have everyone giving their opinion. Everyone has to have a chance to influence the process. So we will be conducting this online survey to allow you to do that, and this forum is to prepare you to make an informed vote. That said, it's not a binding vote. Reassignment rights are negotiable. We have to go back to the district. The district has yet to be heard from on this issue. However, if we as a group of colleagues can come up with a clear mandate, it will really help us move this process forward. So, my last word to you, those of us who have worked on this, the IA, the negotiating team, the department chairs workshop, the adjuncts work group, all of us have hard and increasingly believe that we're very close to a constructive resolution. We have been working together with great goodwill, and we want you to join us. As Mark Ferrer said, we hope to accomplish these things without eating our colleagues. So please join us this afternoon if you are able, and I hope you have a good semester.